Good afternoon, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to episode 22 of our Crackpack modded Minecraft Let's Play series. So if you recall last episode, we were working on upgrading our power system to run with rocket fuel. Since then, I've made a few minor changes. For starters, we have an extra set of vats over here because this tank had actually ran out of hooch. So I've added an additional line of those. So we got 6 of those and 6 of these making rocket fuel. And then I've also, I've upgraded that spawner down there with an octatic capacitor to kind of speed it up because we were running out of gunpowder. And when I did that, it actually put such a strain on our power system that we were running out of power. So I had to fix that. I've also added in ender cores. We don't have enough. You'll notice there's a few empty spaces there. But this thing, when they're planning on ender cores, they do have a chance to produce an extra seed. So eventually that'll fill out, or we may find some more. I've checked. I've got all the ender lily seeds out of the AE system and all the RF tool systems and everything. Over here, we've got a lot of rocket fuel building up. So we're coming out very positive on that. You'll also notice I added in 26 combustion generators here to kind of offset the power that we were drawing with the spawner. So I've got those set. I went ahead and pretty much used up all of our ender pearls to add in a line of ender energy conduits to run the power down and then up under there. So we've still got the original system as well, but I did add the ender line that just connects straight into the capacitor bank, which, like I said, we're pretty much out of ender pearls. I think we have like 1 or 2 lying around, but that's about it. But this system, I mean, there's no way we're going to pull that much power as of right now. And then I also started building over here. I don't have it finished. I do apologize. I was planning on originally having our full AE system moved over, but I should have that by next episode. So this is going to be our applied energistics building. I've still got a bit of work. I may put in carpenter's blocks to smooth this out. I'm not really sure, because when you use carpenter's blocks and then have a dome on top of that, it kind of makes things difficult because you can't, carpenter's blocks don't work as well with a dome. I don't feel like it kind of makes it look funny. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to smooth out the walls here or not. I'm not set on it yet. And then I haven't started building out the floors or anything. And you know, I've got some work on the entryways and everything. But this is going to be our AE building, where all of our applied energistics stuff is set up, all of our automation and whatnot. And then the roof is going to be accessible through these domes. You can exit out onto the roof. I don't know that we'll have too much up here. It may just be for looks. I'm not totally for sure on that yet. But I did build it using that building guide. So, you know, for the domes anyway. But this episode, we're going to be getting into blood magic because we're at the point where blood magic's, you know, fairly close to taking off. And we do have emeralds now. We've got a few, so we can start progressing with blood magic. And then once we get to a tier 4, right now we're at a tier 2 altar, but once we get up to a tier 4, we will be able to really start Thaumcraft and everything as well. So, but the first thing that we're going to want to do is get ourselves an apprentice blood orb. So right now, of course, we just have that weak one. And in order to move forward, we really need to upgrade that. So let's go ahead and start upgrading this. So when you go to create your next blood orb, it's actually going to require more power than your maximum amount that can go in the blood altar. So you want to make sure you have some zombies ready. And let me go ahead and top off my health because we may sacrifice a little bit of our health too, depending. But we'll throw that in there, let it start draining. And if you do have an issue with keeping enough essence in your altar, you can use pipes to drain a little bit of this out, store it in like a tank, and then pump it back in while you're creating your emerald. So that does work. So just keep that in mind if you're having issues with this, making this blood orb. But there we go. We had a fairly easy time with that, I'd say. That's the nice thing about having one of those spawner systems. It's very easy to maintain essence in your altar. But here soon we'll actually build upon this once we get it upgraded. So we've got that now. The next step that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to upgrade our altar to the tier 3. So what we're going to make is we are going to be making, let me find it here. Is it, no, I want, there we go, sacrifice. Just some smooth stone, reinforced slates, and gold. And we're going to need 20 of these, or 20 runes. Honestly, we'll probably make all 20 of them sacrifice, because that way one kill will generate an absolute ton of essence. You could also do, let's grab a stack of that. You could also do like speed runes and stuff, but we'll save those for later. Go here. I still need to get this moved over. I know I've been planning on it for a while. I've just been busy building other parts of the base, and I haven't quite got this done yet, so I apologize. Okay, actually let me grab another stack of that, because of course when you start messing with blood magic you need just a ton of smooth stone. Okay, grab this. And we'll go ahead and get this laid out. 40 of these. And I believe this was the correct layout. Okay, yeah. So we'll get those. Easy enough. And we'll start getting this laid out. So when you upgrade this, basically you're going to want to come out, out one and down one. So we'll come out to here, and we're going to do 5 on each side. That. And then here. Alright, and then the last thing that you're going to want to do is we're going to want to add in some glowstone blocks on the corner. So we got a creeper. We got a creeper. So let's get a bit of this. We'll need 16. And then we're also going to want any kind of material. For right now, I don't know. We'll just use cobblestone for now, because I'm not entirely sure what material I'm going to end up using. Now, I do think with the actual design, there was a design I used to use, or I used one time in particular, on a server that I was playing on, and I absolutely loved it, and I think we're going to go with a similar design with this, I think. But we're going to bring it up 2 over the runes, and then add the glowstone. Just like that. Oh. Those, fans want to blow me around. But that's got our altar upgraded now. So one thing that we can do to be able to see, divination, that's right. Make this divination sigil. So we're just going to need a blank slate and then some glass. So let's get that made really quickly. we go. And let me go grab some glass. Very quickly. Once we get our AE building set up, I'll probably start working on making a wireless network. Actually, we may use logistics pipes. We'll probably do both of them because I like being able to auto-craft as well when we're around the base. But we'll set up some nice wireless systems for it. So let's grab this divination sigil. This is the first sigil that we've made. Blood Magic adds a lot of these that are really nice. So what we can do is we can just right click and see how much essence we have stored in our network. So right now we only have 400, and if we right click on our altar, we can see that the altar itself has 8,000 life points in it. It's a tier 3 and it can store up to 10,000. So let's go ahead and top that off. There we go. And if we want to charge up our network life force, we can just throw our blood orb in there and it'll absorb some of that life force, and it'll go into our network. So now if we use our divination sigil, you can see we're getting more life points built up. And what's nice is now we can just tab over this blood altar and see all the information in it and everything. But the next thing that we're going to want to do is start getting into rituals. So now that we're at a tier 3 altar, we'll be able to make the ritual diviner. Now you could do this manually, but I don't suggest it. If you just make these inscription tools, you can manually put the colors down for the rituals, but it's just a whole lot easier with the ritual diviner. There's really no point in doing it manually. So it's not terribly expensive. Main thing is making these chalks. So if you make these, you might as well move on to the ritual diviner. So we're going to need a gas tier, magma cream, a piece of obsidian, and then a lapis block, which I don't think any of those are going to be an issue. I'd say the hardest one is the gas tier, but I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, we've got at least one of those. So let's go grab that. And by the way, we have an absolute ton of creeper heads from running that farm. It's probably not in here, actually. Last time I looked, we had like 30-something. That's been the main thing, other than the gunpowder that's been dropping from that. How do you craft slime ball and blaze powder? Okay. Alright. We may have to manually make a magma cream. I know you can get them from the magma cubes, but I don't think I've got any of those. So, slime ball. Actually, I think we can just use the gelatinous for that. And then gas tier. We've got those. Okay, cool. And we'll get that. And let's go get this stuff crafted up. Oh, I should probably go ahead and grab the emeralds and diamonds while we're over here too. Alright. Okay. So, and once we hit, like I said before, once we get just a little bit farther in blood magic, we'll start Thaumcraft. But there's a really nice benefit to doing blood magic first, and I will show you guys that fairly soon, actually. So we'll throw that in there, and it's not going to have any trouble at all creating that for us. Grab that. Let me get a little bit more essence in there, and throw that in there. And then last one here. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's go ahead and get our ritual diviner. And keep in mind, there's another one here that says it can place dusk runes. We are not going to be able to create that right now. We're going to need a tier 4 altar before we can make that one. which is fine. So we've got that, and the way this works, if you shift right or left click, you can switch between different sigils or different rituals. So the one that we're going to want first is this Ritual of Binding. So to do that, let's see, we're going to need, I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but we're going to need a bit of these ritual stones, which do require obsidian and reinforced slates, and then we're also going to need a master ritual stone, which is going to take 4 of those and some obsidian. So let's grab a bit of this, and we should be able to make a few of them. Honestly, I'll probably have to make a bit more of these slates. But that'll get us 16, and let's go ahead and get our master ritual stone as well, right? No? Oh, that's right. We're going to need the master blood orb before we can do that. So the master blood orb just takes a gold block. So let's go grab some. Never mind. I've got gold on me. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay. There's that. And I totally forgot to make that. Alright. So we'll just get that in there. And it is going to drain fairly fast. That's not too big of an issue. I hate all these baby zombies. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate that these baby zombies don't work with it. Okay, shoot. I can't remember. I know it takes quite a bit of essence, but I can't recall the exact amount. Or is that... Okay, wait a second. I may be slightly confused here. No, it's the tier 3. Master's the tier 4. I believe, yeah, we just need the magicians. We're going to need 25,000 in the blood altar. So give me just a minute. I'm going to get some essence built back up, and then I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. So those baby zombies are a major pain in my ass. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a drum and fill it up with some essence, and then we can use that for filling the altar. Because what happens is those little baby zombies will fill up the area, and then it's hard to like pick through them because this weapon doesn't do that much damage. And I did try to block them with the obelisk, but if I try to block the baby zombies, it blocks both of them. And at the moment, I'm getting like a fourth of my zombies that spawn are damn babies. So we're just gonna set up a drum like right here, and we'll set up pressurized fluid conduits. Set it up to extract, and we'll have that start filling up with life essence as we kill these zombies. So this way we'll be able to really pull a lot of essence into this drum and just run off that. Now once we get this done, we'll be able to set up a ritual that's going to generate a lot more essence for us. But at the moment, this is probably our best bet. So I think... I know this has a really slow speed, but I can't remember if I plug in multiple pipes, will it speed up? Yeah, not really. It's the only thing, we'll only be able to use this so much because it is going to kind of be limited by the speed at which it can pull out. So what I'm thinking is we need, for the orb that we want, we're going to need 25,000 life points. So we'll get about about 10,000 in here, 10,000 in there, and get some zombies in here, and we should be good then. So I'm going to let this fill up for just a little bit, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, welcome back. So I'd say we're about ready to do this. So we'll throw our block in there, and it's going to start draining. And we'll just kind of take it slow and not overkill our zombies. One thing I was noticing, a lot of my zombies were getting killed by suffocation. And what I've done is I just kind of removed that. And, of course, we run into that issue. But, now that we've got that, honestly, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and fill that in because we're not going to be using this very much longer at all. So we'll just fill that back in so nothing gets out. So now we've got our new life orb, and we can start crafting our ritual stones. So let's grab that, or make our master ritual stone. And that, and then this. Okay, and let's go ahead and right click that to get it connected to our system. And I'm going to put this in there. And I'm going to go ahead and set that to extract. Now, like I said, it does not move the essence very fast at all. So just be aware of that. You can't rely too much on it. But it does give you a little bit of an extra boost. So, okay. So now that we've got that, we'll start setting up our ritual. And for right now, I'm just going to set it up like right here. This is just going to be a temporary thing. But since we have our ritual, we can just right click, and if you notice, we can see the blocks around here that it's going to place. And we are now out of ritual stones. So I'm going to have to make some more of those. So I'm going to cut camera for just a little bit while I get those crafted up. And I'll be back in just a few minutes once I get those all crafted, because it is going to take a little bit to get those done. So I'll be back. Okay, welcome back. So I've got the ritual all placed, and the last thing that we're going to need is a weak activation crystal. This requires a lava crystal in the blood altar, just 3 buckets of lava, a couple of obsidian, and some diamonds. So let's go grab that really, really quickly. Let's see. I believe our lava is down there. Oh. Okay, so let's get a couple of these. And then we're going to need some glass and diamond. I believe that's everything. Oh, and then we're also going to need a diamond sword too. I should remember that. I don't believe that we have any. I know we've got some up there, but I do believe that they're damaged, or they have enchants on them. So we're just going to make a new one really, really quick. But first up, we'll go ahead and we'll get this lava crystal crafted. There we go. And we do get our buckets back, so that's nice. And do we have sticks already in here? Nope. We don't have any wood in here, really? I've got some wood over here, so just grab it from here. I might actually have... Nope. Okay. Get that. I need to finish getting all the things moved out of this into our AE system. I'll probably do that fairly soon. Like I said, I want to get between this episode and next, I'm going to be focusing quite a bit on getting some plot energistics setup stuff going. I've actually got that just continuing to pull from the from our LP network here, just so it never hurts to have some life force set aside. So I figure, why not? Oh, come on. There we go. I knew it couldn't be too far from being done. Here fairly soon we'll have a lot better blood magic set up. And I will say that we're going to go really, really in depth with blood magic in this series. You know, multiple altars and all that. So, but we're going to throw, or no, is it click? Oh yeah, we're going to need a bit of life force in the network. I forgot about that. So let's grab this and we're just going to throw it in there so that it can start kind of charging up, and we'll just let it absorb all the essence that we get for a minute. Oh, come on. Stupid thing. But I'll be back in just a second once we get a bit more life force in the in our private soul network. Okay, welcome back. So we should be good now to do this. So let's activate the ritual. No? There we go. And we'll put out the fire. It only costs about 5,000. I forgot you're supposed to throw the item on there first and then activate it. But now that gets us the bound blade, and we can shift right click and have it like kind of come out so we can actually use it, because in this state it's not really going to do anything. So now that we've got the bound blade, any creature that we kill with this has a chance to drop a blood shard. So let's see, I'm going to throw some of this junk into here that we don't need right at the moment. And so now you'll notice that we got our first weak blood shard. Now when you first do this, I would suggest you go ahead and get a few of these, because what it is, we're going to need, let's see, yeah, we're going to need one to make these large bloodstone bricks to upgrade our altar. And then we're going to need another one to make our blood orb, our next level blood orb. So we'll get a couple of these. Oh, okay, we've got them. And that part of it's done. Now the next thing that we're going to need, of course, to upgrade our blood altar more is another batch of runes. This time, I believe, if I recall correctly, it's like 28 runes that we're going to need to make. So I'm going to be working on those off camera, but I do believe that the rune that we're going to go with is going to be this superior capacity, right? Yeah, because that is going to give us more storage space in our network. Or no, I'm sorry, we're going to go with the augmented capacity, I do believe, to give us a bit more storage, and we'll probably throw some speed runes into that mix as well. That way we can store more essence within the altar, or blood in the altar, and then we can also kind of speed it up a little bit. But I do believe that's going to be it for this episode. We got our bound blade, and now we're, you know, aside from the grind of getting the reinforced stone and stuff, it's pretty much just that grind now to get us to a tier 4 altar. And we'll set up fairly soon. We'll set up our ritual beneath the altar to really automate and also speed up getting essence or blood for our altar from the mobs and everything. So, before that, though, I do believe we're going to, probably next episode, we will work on, or we'll quickly cover, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it next episode, but we will quickly cover how to make a draconic spawner, I think, because I think we're about at the point that we could do that. We won't be able to fully upgrade it, but we will be able to make a decently nice one. So, we may do that next episode, because we're going to use a draconic spawner underneath the blood altars to spawn our mobs for our ritual of sacrifice. So we may do that next episode and just briefly cover that, and then we'll work on some applied energistics, I think. So I hope you guys join me for that. And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, please comment, like, subscribe. It's very, very much appreciated. And I do apologize we haven't got the AE system moved over there just yet, but we should have that set up next episode. And I'm gonna try to work on putting some roofs on top of some of these buildings and everything. But yeah, so I hope you guys join me for next episode. And until then, do take care, and I hope to see you guys then.